What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to the movie review. And for honor of today's date, which is 4/20, yes, we all know what that means: marijuana and weed and all that stuff that I do not care about whatsoever. But is this mentioning that gonna get me in trouble? Like, if I had ads on my videos, like, would just mentioning that word get me in trouble? I don't know. But we're going to talk about it anyway, about a movie called Mac and Devin Go to High School. Which, I don't care what anyone says, like, if you're not a stoner, you can't enjoy this. If you don't like weed, you can't enjoy this. Bull freaking crap. That's like saying if you're not a murderer, you can't enjoy a horror movie. It's like saying if you're not a cartoon, you can't enjoy a cartoon. So, Mac and Devin go to high school. I believe Mac is Snoop Dogg's character, and Devin is the other one, or it might be the other way around. I don't remember, but I'm just gonna refer to them as Snoop Dogg and the other guy. I don't remember their names, or Devin, or whatever. So the story goes that Devin, which I think is not Snoop Dogg's character, has been in school for years. He's been in there longer than anyone else has. And Devin is this normal guy, and this is clearly trying to go in a weird direction and just trying to say, you have to be high to understand this movie. I'm like, no. Just because it is a stoner movie is not an excuse to be a bad movie. I don't care whatever you say. Just like because I say you're a kid's movie, it's not an excuse to be bad. You actually have to think, I don't care if you're thinking you have to be high to watch this movie or something like that. No, I'm not gonna, no. Because I have watched plenty of movies out there where, like, it's all about drugs and stuff like that and things like that. And I don't have to be on any of that stuff to understand what's going on. But with this movie, there is so much going on that is just boring, and nothing is funny. Nothing. There's an animated segment of an animated joint or whatever, walking around, and it tells a little bit of and it's very poorly animated. And it's not funny. It's trying to be funny, and it's not. Now, I have nothing against Snoop Dogg. I actually really like Snoop Dogg. But this movie is just not... Snoop Dogg is not the best actor. He's not terrible, but he's not the best. And a lot of the supporting cast in this movie is just not very entertaining to watch. Because there's no one really in this movie you want to actually see succeed or anything, unless... These characters aren't entertaining. And that's that, and Snoop Dogg just feels like Snoop Dogg. It's like he's not even playing a character. Like, yeah, there's little differences here and there, but it just feels like you're watching Snoop Dogg and not a character played by Snoop Dogg. And I've seen Snoop Dogg actually do some good performances. Like, in Scary Movie 5, even though that movie's not that good, his little scene in that movie is funny because it's Snoop Dogg. But in this movie, I don't care if it's a stoner film, this movie's not good. It goes to a lot. There's a uncomfortable, like, strip club type scene, and it's like really makes me very uncomfortable while watching it. I'm like, why did you need this? Why was this something we needed in this movie? Unnecessary nudity. And it ends with like a speech from Snoop Dogg being like valid. I don't care about giving spoilers out for this movie. I really don't. So it ends with Snoop Dogg giving this speech at his graduation after he's finally graduated after all these years. And I'm like, bruh, you can't try to squeeze some heartfelt message into this freaking movie. No, keep in mind, I am remembering this off of almost a year ago viewing. And the movie's so bad, I'm able to remember it pretty well. And I did not go back to rewatch this movie before this review because I had no intention of sitting through this garbage again. And it's just not well acted, and this The jokes fall flat every time. It's definitely not the worst thing, but it's up there. It's up there. It's close to things like Birdemic and Wish Upon. Now, like, Wish Upon is not as bad as, like, it's not so bad it makes me angry, but, like, it's not a good movie. If you say you enjoyed this, you had to have been really messed up while you watched it. And people say that's how you're supposed to enjoy these movies. No, you should not have to be like that. You should not have to be high or drunk or whatever to enjoy a movie. No, a movie is made for entertainment purposes or educational in some respects. But this movie is so bad. I did not want to root for any character. I wanted it to be over fast. I actually stopped watching it halfway through, right after the strip club scene. Then thought about it, I was like, I have to finish it, and I finished it, and it's just not good. It was in my list of my YouTube notebook I used to have a while back of movies to review. And the fact is, this movie is just so bad. I'm not bashing this movie because I'm trying to, there's like, oh, that marijuana is bad, blah, 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 blah. That's not why me personally, I don't care about marijuana. I'm not for it. I'm not, I don't know. I just don't do it, and I never will. I'm not really into that. So, but I have no problem with a movie that has something to do with pot in its plot. I have nothing to, because I know some movies have that in their plot, and it's fine. The thing is, when you try to build a whole movie around this weird concept, I haven't even talked about the other character. I believe his name was Devin or it's Mac, I don't remember. But not Snoop Dogg's character, the other main character. He's like a normal high school star. And like, he becomes influenced by Snoop and he starts drifting in his classes and stuff like that. And it's been a little while, so I don't remember his side of the movie as much because it was very forgettable and very bland. But besides that, see, that's so bland and forgettable, I barely remember it. But Snoop stuff is memorable, but not in a good way. And you mostly just remember it because it's Snoop Dogg. That's the only reason why you remember this stuff. And sitting through this movie is so dumb. I feel like they could have done something way more interesting with this, like the animated joint or whatever it was. Instead of doing a thing where he just like narrates things, it should have been a movie about that him coming to life and like being on this like with them. I think that would have been way cooler of a concept. I think that would have been funnier. I probably would have enjoyed that more. That's how you should have done that. If a movie like that exists, let me know, because I would love to watch it and take a look out and see if it's actually good. It probably wouldn't be, but I'd like to see anyway. Probably way more interesting if it went with that. And when this little animated joint is on screen, gosh, that's the most I've ever talked about marijuana before. It's on screen, he's so boring. He is just so darn boring. He thinks he's funny. He's trying to crack jokes. He's not funny. A lot of this movie, I'm just sitting here like, ugh. Just know everything you're trying to do with this movie right now is just not working. And this, I do believe, is a direct-to-DVD thing. Which, would you have saw this in theaters? Because I definitely wouldn't have. I was going through a thing on Netflix so I wanted to find bad and good movies. I was going back and forth while doing a little movie marathon. Something bad, something good, something bad, something good. This is terrible. I thought it might be funny, but it was terrible. And it's just one of the worst movies I've reviewed on this channel. It's one of the worst. I've reviewed some bad movies. And I do need to go back and just, I don't know, guys. Just this movie is not for me. It's just not for me. If you think this is fun, fine. Thing is, it's not the fact that it's a stoner movie that I don't like it. It's the fact that it's not executed well. There was one other stoner movie that I've seen was actually kind of funny. And I don't remember the name of it, but I like that one. and that don't like this one. That's the problem here. Like, this movie just doesn't do what you want it to do, and it's ridiculously dumb with what they try to do with some of the concepts in this film. Like, you don't want to see these characters go through their struggles because they're not likable, they're boring, and there's really nothing in this movie that you're just like, well, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Because I was expecting something funny going into this. It was nothing funny. I will give this the benefit of the doubt and give this a 1 star out of 5 because of Snoop Dogg, I guess. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this anyway. Do you guys celebrate 420 as like an actual holiday? Because I don't. It's just not something that I would beg to watch or something like that. This movie wasn't good. I'm sorry. If you enjoyed it, that's you. I personally did not see any interest in rewatching this film. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see me review another movie similar to this, let me know down in the comments. I might not do it so soon since I just did one. But guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.